a very good framework for understanding the different types of controls that you can have in an organization is the pyramid from the Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of the Treadway Commission, which is much better known under the name of COSO. So let's see this pyramid. And you've probably already seen it, or at least you've seen the cube, but the pyramid is also very good. It's about the control environment. At the top of the pyramid, we have a point on monitoring. I'm just going to set them out and discuss them a bit later. We have monitoring at the top of the pyramid. We have control activities. We have risk assessment. And we have the control environment. Finally, amongst these different levels of the pyramid, we have information and communication. Now, if you're familiar with the COSO cube, these different names that are given here are roughly familiar to you. What I want to show is that at the base of the pyramid, you have the control environment. COSO, what they're trying to show by this is that the control environment is extremely important to all the other steps in the pyramid. Can you remember that the control environment is, I would say, a lot more soft things than what you'd purely see in a control. Like it's not something that I could necessarily sign off on. Remember, a control environment is things like culture. Culture shown through a code of ethics. Culture shown by, where management, sits, physically sits in an organization. That's to say, where their offices is, if they're sort of open to new ideas. It is shown through hiring practices. Are there background checks to make sure that people have in their past acted in at least lawful ways? It's shown through tone at the top. That's to say, management and board actions, and also the way they portray themselves throughout the organization, and the values. Again, these are like key terms like values that are shown throughout an organization. And so all of these sort of so-called soft controls are spread out through an organization and are, for COSO, the base of a pyramid. They are the base on which everything else relies. Just to go to a more formal definition of the control environment, it is the board and management's attitude and actions on the importance of control in the organization. Okay? And it includes management's philosophy and style, the organizational structure. There are relatively flat organizations where you would have one manager supervising many people, or you might have very hierarchical organizations. In a very flat structure, you might have less interaction with your direct supervisor. And that can be good or bad. It would depend, I would say, on the activity and the sector, the practices of the industry. But in any case, it is a type of control environment. Integrity, ethics, values, soft things that are the base of the pyramid on which your risk management, your control activities, your monitoring are all based on.